So we're playing as Poland, chat.
We once again find ourselves playing the nation of Poland, one of my favorite nations in Europa Universalis 4 due to its potential to scale and its top-tier military quality. In EU4 multiplayer, Poland is surrounded by enemies, all of them wanting a piece of that sweet Polish pie. But if you can avoid fighting these enemies, Poland can economically scale to the moon. The first step in our game plan is to reject the Lithuanian personal union. Instead, we get a better ruler. We do keep the Polish Sejm though, and will use it throughout the campaign. After that, we need to consolidate our home node through the vassal states of Bohemia, and afterwards do our first war against Lithuania. We made border agreements with all our neighbors, conceding some Lithuanian lands to Muscovy and letting Moldavia fall to the Crimean Khan. In the second age, we get access to the Polish Crown unique age bonus, but that doesn't mean we will sit around and wait for it. First age has access to one of the strongest state edicts in the game. A statewide 50% increase in tax can be achieved through the third government reform. Add that on top of churches, expanded infrastructure, tax increase, papal interaction, and second tier government reform, and we are in business. But wait, isn't tax meta bad? The answer to that is both yes and no. While on our high value trade goods we do want to avoid developing tax so we can develop Diplo and Mill later, tax income can be used as a way to excel us in the early game in order to truly scale in the mid game. And in the current state of EU4, you can actually stack quite a lot of tax income in the first age if you hit a couple parameters. So that means churches everywhere, even right here. I mean, it's the Polish economic golden age. Of course we're going to collect a bunch of taxes. Oh look, the Austria player has vassalized Lusatia, who has a province in Silesia, and he's now attacking the poor old Swiss player.
Call an ambulance!
I think it's time for the Poles to intervene.
Can't really get to you, that's the problem.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
So many men, I can't compete.
I'm coming to your side. I think now that we're together, I think we win this war, honestly.
Yeah, I'm getting
Just tell
stabbed
me
here.
when part
Oh
because
man, you're
I
about to
wanna
get
go.
stab hit out.
Yeah.
Over.
First player war was a bit of a disaster, but at least we stopped the Swiss player from dying. For like 3 months in game, until he died to France anyways. But hey, that was our first player war. The fun has only just started. Speaking of fun, did you know the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made is free to play? That's right, War Thunder, a PvP battle game with over 2,000 tanks, planes, helicopters, and ships to choose from. As an EU4 multiplayer gamer myself, I enjoy fast, action-packed player versus player gameplay, and War Thunder gives that while appealing to all types of playstyles, encompassing air, land, and sea. Personally, I like playing with more modern style guns in the tier 7, where you can play my favorite tank in the game, the Leopard 2A7. As most of you guys are history buffs, you may prefer more historical vehicles like those in the tier 1 and tier 2 of gameplay, like the T-34 or the Panzer III. But it doesn't stop there. War Thunder also includes full naval combat with ships from 7 different nations and ranging from modern to historical. Every vehicle is so detailed to give a top tier immersive experience. Play now for free on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. And if you're a new player or haven't played in the last 6 months, make sure to use the link in the pinned comment and description to get access to the War Thunder Pack Shot, a starter pack that includes premium vehicles, boosters, 7 days of premium account, and more. Thank you War Thunder for sponsoring this video, and now back to the video. Our neighbors Crimea and Hungary were losing to their neighbors. You know what that means.
It's free real estate.
I don't know what you're talking about. Slovakia was always part of Poland. Enemy number 1 was still Austria. He refused to give me the land that I wanted, and the time had come to take him on. We still didn't have our third idea set, so we didn't have our morale and discipline from our national ideas, but I still believed that we were stronger. Man, I wish I had better generals. Maybe we could try seeing if this gives better. Ooh, do that. Grand Generalship. 5 shock. That's pretty good. Here we go, chat. 100 ducats? What do you think? I'm made out of money? Austria had started to commit very hard for this war, turning the tide in his favor. He pushed us back to our old capital of Krakow, where we engaged him once again. Once we won that battle, we sent the peace deal again, and Austria accepted.
Easy wins, chat. Easy wins.
But the war caused the Ottomans to continue their advance into Europe, which we could not allow, so we started another war, but this time with the Turks.
The roll for generals.
Well, you didn't take the tag?
No. I just took it now.
Here's where we turn the tide, chat.
Oh, shit.
I mean, we gotta take this really bad battle, or we can sit here forever. I don't feel like sitting here forever, though.
It really helped that the Ottomans were tied up in another war.
He took Vienna. Wait, do you guys lose stability for that? Oh! He has morale damage now. Uh-oh. Austria's bankrupt.
We were now alone versus the Ottomans, forcing us to commit harder to win. But then the Ottomans bankrupted as well, leading to another Polish victory. And then we attacked the bankrupt Austria, cause why not? But France did not like that, so he joined the war against us. And wait, is that Ulm? Ulm?
We're beating the French. Oh. What is going on, chat?
I fear no man, but that thing, it scares me.
Oh, France wants white peace. Yes! Now we're in this situation. It's now time to eat the rest of Hungary. But, yeah, what do you guys think of my Poland so far? 10 out of 10? I think so.
Meanwhile, in Anatolia,
So just a quick recap. We wanted one province from Austria because it was in our trade node. I asked him for it. He said, you can fight me for it or 500 ducats for that one province. So I fought him for it. He took almost 10k debt fighting me. Then, attacked Hesse. While he was fighting Hesse and Brandenburg, Ottomans declared war on Austria. Can't let that happen. So we declared war on Ottomans. Got 100% peace deal on Ottomans, but then Austria bankrupt, so then we decked on Austria, and we got 100% from Austria.
we now formed the Commonwealth. The old EU4 Poland meta was to form Ruthenia for the Tsardom government reform. However, ever since the Lions of the North DLC, Poland got a really insane mission tree that's not worth giving up. We did keep the Polish national ideas. The Age of Reformation had started, which means we had access to our insanely strong unique age bonus. And with no real enemies for now, we could focus on completing our missions, such as the breadbasket of Europe, which gives bonuses to all our grain provinces and boosts the price of grain for the next 20 years.
Hello, I like money.
But the Age of Reformation also means that a certain German nation wanted to form their very powerful formable.
Prussians, they're attacking me.
Somehow, the player Hesse had fallen under a personal union under Brandenburg and was helping them in their war.
You're PU. I just realized. Has PU.
Even though they had the number advantage, our Polish quality was superior and we stayed on the defensive for the duration of the war. However, the German HRE miners were the only ones stopping the French aggression, and with them occupied, the France player killed the Venice player.
Oh.
Maybe we shouldn't be fighting.
Well, we can peace out.
Yeah, Prussia.
Yeah.
Am I gonna regret this, man?
I literally cannot take land with this Prussia.
There are bigger fish to fry. I count this as a win for me, though. You guys were getting wrecked.
We gave Königsberg to Brandenburg under the conditions that they gave back the province once they had formed Prussia, and that Brandenburg continued to fight France and stop them from expanding further into Central Europe. But once that war was over, there was a new threat in the east.
We can't let Scandinavia die here, guys.
Russia had attacked Scandinavia and was defeating him hard. We used the opportunity to take on the Russians and reclaim some of the lost Lithuanian land. We reached Moscow and defeated the Russians on their capital, which gave us enough war score to demand a peace deal. But just when I thought we dealt with our enemies, a new challenger approached. Egypt, the #1 great power in the game, attacked us, wanting to continue their expansion into Europe. Initially, the battles went in our favor. However, Egypt took Tech 15, which gives a huge boost in morale and new units, forcing us to retreat to our heartland until we were able to take it too. We were able to push back Egypt, but the battles made us lose a huge amount of men. And it almost seemed like the Egyptians had unlimited manpower. We were winning battle after battle, but once we were tapped on our manpower pool, the writing on the wall became clear. We could not sustain a prolonged war, and Egypt once again turned the war into his favor, pushing us back to the Carpathian Mountains. To make things worse, Russia wanted revenge and attacked us from the back. With no manpower, we were forced to give up to both Russia and Egypt. We had just lost 2 wars, but the Polish economy was still strong. Poland will have to get their revenge another day. Once we recovered our manpower pool, it was time to strike back. Luckily, Egypt was bogged down in a war in Africa, but before we fought them, we needed to make sure we did not get stabbed in the back.
Bro, Russia is claiming land from me. Is Russia gonna deck on me?
I'm decking on Russia very soon.
The objective here was to win a quick war against Russia. Once we were done with them, we needed to quickly move back to the Balkans and strike Egypt while they were still fighting in Africa.
Oh, that fires immediately.
We luckily fired our +10 discipline event from our advisor, adding to our already top tier quality. But would we win fast enough in order to fight Egypt?
Oh, we're wrecking. We're doing 2-to-1 casualties. Oi! Oi! Hey! Let's turn up the beat, dude.
We had enough war score to enforce peace on Russia, but first we needed to set things straight so we don't get stabbed in the back again.
Look, I'll only take the stuff that you took back, and just don't attack me when I'm fighting Egypt this time. He's getting ran over.
Fine.
With Russia dealt with and our discipline event still intact, it was time to move and deal with Egypt. Egypt was still fighting in Africa and had no manpower left, so he conceded defeat to us, giving the City of World Desire to the great Polish Commonwealth. Unfortunately, this is where the campaign ends. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to check out my last video where we did Among Us in EU4, a one-of-a-kind EU4 campaign. Do you like this more fast-paced style of content, or do you prefer longer videos with more detail? Let me know down below in the comments so I can make sure to do that in the future. More videos coming this month with a very special ideas tier list coming very soon. Thank you to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Make sure to check out the link in the description and pinned comment to get access to the War Thunder pack shot. Thank you my patrons Vladislav Chernikiv, Shogus, Amir, Fluxy, Mason Andruska, RVR, Beyond, Kolkarp, Deshaun Moore, Fabulous Nail, Hassium, Henning Ballmark, Johan Askelund, Tonix, Trevor Crossman, and Zorovia. If you want to directly support this channel and future videos I make and get my save files as well as some exclusive content and perks, check out my Patreon down in the description. See you in the next video.